Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you very much for having me today. Can you hear and see me?
Perfectly.
Perfect. Why mentors matter. Now, I think if you're still here after 5, you might have an idea that they're important. Thank you for joining me. As I've been introduced, I work at Geoscience Australia, and you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm a mentor and I can help. Trust me. Acknowledgement of country. I know we've done this already, so I'll skip past this, but thank you very much. Disclaimer, what I'm going to talk about today is really my opinion based on my life and a lot of research. I'm only human and you are too, so we don't expect perfection from ourselves or our mentors or our professors or our parents. Let's be reasonable, okay? So this is where I was going to put Latin in, but you know, there is a blurb in here. So in the chat, not that I can see it at the moment, but can you, if you're listening, put yes or a no? Do you have a mentor? And what would a mentor look like? They can be a leader, a sounding board, a parent, director, partner, well, you know, partner, manager, peer, science guru, professor, friend, coach, paid, organised, formalised. Basically, it's a trusted human. So think again, do you have a mentor? Especially if you said no. I have many mentors. I have mentors that are older than I am. I have mentors that are younger than I am, and I think some of them are online now. Thanks, Millie. I have a very diverse group of people that I trust and reach out to get a diversity of opinion so I can make the best decisions that I can in my work, in my life, in my community, in my professional societies. Sometimes I don't talk to my mentors for a couple of years and I pop them an email. What would you do? A, B, and they usually come back with C. But I always make sure I thank them for their help, their wisdom, their time, advice, and their trust. I think trust is one of the most important things you must have in a mentor. Why? Because the better the relationship you have with them, the more they can help you. My first tip, there's going to be a few tips here. Don't wait so long to ask for help. I've given you a range of people who you can go and ask for help. If you've spent more than 3 days worrying about something, ask for help. If you're actually at work or at university, don't even wait 3 days. I've had people working on code that just can't get past a certain line and they go, I've been working on this for weeks. Why? Ask an expert for help. Ask a mentor. Ask someone who might know somebody for your help. It's the way we get things done. And again, somebody mentioned earlier, do it politely, ask for their help in their time, but it will help you. Don't wait so long to ask. It's Mental Health Week this week. When we start to worry about not being able to achieve something, it really can damage our mental health, especially in the COVID times. So don't wait so long to ask. And if you notice somebody struggling, go and offer them some help too. So what is mentoring? Well, it's sharing knowledge, skills, life experience. It's to guide someone to reach their full potential. But it is a journey of shared discovery. I get as much out of being a mentor as I hope my mentees get. It's multifaceted. It can be formal, informal, via email, a phone call, WhatsApp, Messenger. It can be delivered in many different ways. But a good mentor will care about you. They assure you that you're not alone in dealing with any of the challenges that you've got. A good mentor will help you understand your value and your strengths. A mentor can really help shine light on issues and opportunities. And that's kind of why I've got mentors of all sorts of age and groups and ethnicities and, you know, expertise and outside of geoscience as well. Again, mentors learn a lot from their mentees, so don't ever be reluctant to reach out. Every time I have a session or ask a question, I get some insight about it, and I include those questions in my external work examples. You know, if somebody says, oh, I don't know how to use this code, or I haven't worked out how to GIS, I look around my team and think, gosh, there's probably other people having the same problems. You can be mentored on just about anything. This is why mentors matter. I have a bucket load of suggestions here for you, just in case you weren't sure. Anything from technical, interpretation, people management, networking, career advice, gap analysis, risk management, work-life balance, advice on teamwork, advice on challenging situations, advice on how to forgive, how to move on. I think Anita gave us some great examples about throwing things at the wall and yelling out the publisher's, the editor's name loudly, the reviewer's name loudly. How to grow in emotional intelligence. How not to make the same mistakes again. Diversity issues. And most important, how to accept and give feedback. It's probably the most important thing you can learn from your mentor by practicing with your mentor. They're going to share information with you that takes you out of your comfort zone. You must trust that their opinion isn't always right, but what it's doing to you is making you grow. And growing isn't always fun. Sometimes it is, but it's not always fun. So you just practice on receiving feedback, because in your career, being a great person, being good at your job, and acting on feedback are the three most important things that you can do. And a bit of professional development. So back to why, you know, it was the title of my slide. Why is mentoring important? Because it's good for you. It's going to help you. It's useful to you. You'll get better at sharing knowledge, skills, and life experience. You'll feel supported. You'll learn the most unexpected things. You'll get all sorts of stories and anecdotes. You'll start to care about others, and you'll actually start to care about yourself more too. You will start to set goals and achieve them. And if you don't achieve them, you'll know how to reset new goals. You won't feel alone. The thought of having a mentor, even if you haven't reached out to them, even if you haven't spoken to them, can be very powerful. I used to have a boss called Murray, and I often wouldn't even need to go in and ask Murray what he thought. I'd pretend, what would Murray say now? Because I'd asked him 100 times before. I could work through a lot of things by pretending I thought I knew what he would say. I'd often check. He'd always add to it. But you don't feel alone if you know somebody's got your back. And I think 2020 is one of those years where we're kind of feeling a little alone. So reach out. Don't wait so long to ask for help. You also won't feel so undervalued or lost. You'll see that somebody else sees something in you that maybe you can't see in yourself. And you'll hopefully write those things down and think, gosh, people see this in me. You will improve the quality of your work, your family, your friends, and your life. I hope that's a good reason to stay tuned and listen to what I have to say. Mentors matter. Why mentoring matters is because it helps you. Finding a good mentor is really important. And also forgiving the people you think should be good mentors to you. Forgive them and don't ask them for advice if that doesn't work for you. We often have expectations about the people in our circle, and not everybody's a great mentor for you. So keep asking. Emotional intelligence, again, just in case you didn't get the message the first time, mentoring is good for you. It will help you improve your emotional intelligence, which helps improve decision making, increase performance, reduces stress. There's a few others here that in your circle, if you're at uni, it will reduce the turnover of various things. If you're at work, it reduces your staff turnover. It increases your leadership ability because you're getting information from a wide variety of sources, just like we do with geology and geophysics. The more information we have, the more accurately we can predict something, model something, make a decision about something. But essentially, the point, in case I haven't made it clear, it is great for your personal well-being. Mentoring is all about you. Now, the three things I find people need the help most with, so this is my mini mentoring session, and think of these as conversation starters when you think, gosh, I should get a mentor, I need a new mentor, but I don't know what to say. Change management. Why is this so hard? That's the informal way of it. Change management. My circle of influence. Why can't I get what I want? Why is this door very difficult to open? Why aren't the opportunities coming to me? And communicating with influence. That's about getting what I want. So again, today, where are you on this curve? This is a change management curve. Every change, hard change, good change, leads us on this curve. And I won't go through this in great detail, but when we have a change, be it COVID or winning lotto, usually the first thing is a slip down. If we get into this depressive state, that's not very good. If you grab your mentor here, sort of in the mid, before you get too far down, you can jump across and start testing new reality and jumping up. This person can help you put a safety net in place. Everything has changed. So why would you be sad when you win lotto? Because everybody wants your money, and you realize that people are a bit rubbish sometimes. That's one of the examples. But like we're talking about the opportunities this year about digital transformation and reaching out to people across the world. Well, we were all in this place for a little while where we needed to get those skills and tools and become used to talking to a screen instead of a group of people. What you need from your mentor is clarity at the beginning. So for your problem, I need clarity, help me get clarity. Sometimes we just need empathy. Sometimes things are just hard. And then when we move through to this part of the change curve, we need information. Your mentor can help you through this, but if you've got this snapshot, if you've got this screenshot, you can move through the conversation really quickly, really succinctly, and get to where you need to go quite well. Even if you're still sort of feeling sad about it, we can start moving into the new knowledge. I'll move on. The circle of influence. We often don't understand how to use our circle of influence. People on social media are quite good at it, but often at university and early career work, we're like, I've got all these great ideas, I don't know where to go. I think that you really want to work on your proactive or growth mindset focus, devote the majority of your time and energy to changing what is in your control and finding people to advocate for the things that you want to change. Often joining a society, a professional society helps you there. But worrying about things that you cannot control, really worrying about those things erodes your professional confidence, erodes your mental health. And a mentor with this image can help you decide, where are you? Where am I in my circle of concern? They can direct you into the right place and give you some tips about how to move forward. This works with everything from who's going to take the garbage out today through to how do I start writing this really great paper for Nature. The last one's about communication. I want to teach you about building confidence through your communication. I won't go through the blame one. But when we're all in this together and we can get something done, we can commit to doing it. We ask for skills and help to get something done. We can contribute together. Bad stuff happens, but let's deal with it. It's a growth mindset, it's a can-do attitude, and that's the kind of language I'd like you to take to your mentor. I don't want, oh, I've got this problem and they won't talk to me and I can't be bothered to resubmit it and I'm going to delay that because they were nasty to me. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. You're better off surfing or gardening or baking or fixing the car. Don't waste your time with that kind of language, the blame language. Use the blue language. Be positive. You will get answers much more quickly. Imposter syndrome. So many people have imposter syndrome. It's the fear of being discovered as a fraud. And it is a real thing and it can hurt you. It can make you feel terrified inside, very sick, nauseous. And it also is a barrier to your success. Good news is the ASEG have a Quieten Your Inner Critic workshop webinar happening. So look at the ASEG website, $25 for non-members. As a tip, ASEG student members are free. You can join for free. But imposter syndrome, bring this up with your mentor if you're finding that you have that and it's debilitating or it's affecting your progress. Use an evidence base, write your successes down, seek feedback and acknowledge the feelings, but realize you have evidence to disprove any kind of imposter syndrome, and it takes practice. Don't miss the workshop, trust me. And tell your friends. Utilize your networks. I think Sue said this much earlier. Utilize your networks not only to find a mentor, but to be a mentor. Like I said, I've got mentors at all ages and stages. I think my youngest mentor is 15. And my oldest mentor, he doesn't want me to tell you how old he is. That's all right, but he's over 70. He's not that old, I guess. But, you know, I have mentors of all ages and stages, and I meet those people through my networks. Here's a great plethora of networks. GSA is an amazing network to be a part of. Celebrate your achievements. I think I'm getting there. One more minute. Celebrate your achievements. Be grateful for your opportunities. Stop every now and then, especially if you're getting a little bit stuck in the red zone. I can't get it done. I'm not good enough. Celebrate what you have. Celebrate what is good and what you've done, and take time on that. It can be a walk, a run, or watch the telly. Be grateful for the opportunities that present themselves, and don't be frightened to volunteer for things. Adapt, solve, be consistent, don't give up and believe in yourself. I attended an elite training session at the AIS in Canberra. I don't look like an athlete, but this is what I got from it. And it was the most important mentoring session that I'd ever been to, again, for another day. Be self-aware. Take a moment and really look at yourself. Other people go through things very differently to you, but your mentor can help. Tip, write a list of your superpowers. And if you don't know you've got superpowers, ask your friends to tell you what your superpowers are. Write the list, stick it on the wall and add to it. This builds professional confidence, not just this, oh, you just need to be more confident. Actually builds you professionally. And that's it. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for your time and support. That's me.
Thank you, Marina. Fantastic. I feel inspired. I'm going to go and write my list right away.